He just walked in the store. I made him a cup of coffee. We was just talking about standing up for yourself and being a man about things in life, and he was just brought up Malcolm X out of the clear blue sky. Now everybody know what I'm doing, but this is coming from this man's mouth. Tell him what you just said about Malcolm X.
Okay, I just made a statement about Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a man of great intellect. The man spoke the truth. And as much as it hurts in this world and our society, when you speak the truth, you have the upper authorities that want to suppress you. You know, they don't want to hear the truth. He had a way of making you feel the truth. You can speak the truth, you can hide from the truth, you know, but you have to have the ability to make people feel the truth. And he was one person, an individual, you know, of great intellect that made you feel the truth, regardless of who you were.
Amen, brother.
And I can tell you this here, you know, it's not got anything to do with race or anything, man. I respect the man, and he was my role model.
You heard that, America? He was that man's role model, Malcolm X. All right? This is going to be on my documentary. This man don't even know me. All right? This how blessed I am. This just walking in on me. You can't get no better than this. I holler, Lake County. Y'all.
On this earth, to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being,
and that's all I'm doing.
As a human being in this society, on this earth,
I ain't doing nothing no different than asking for the same rights that you promised me.
By any means necessary.
And all I'm using is a video camera and a tape recorder and some papers and a telephone.
Symbolically rejecting his slave name and setting a black nationalist revolution in motion.
Malcolm X changing his name was a big power move.
My name is Shorty.
He said to all of blackdom was, we have a choice in who we are and how we identify ourselves.
Malcolm dared speak truth to whatever power he thought was in the way to him truly expressing himself.
He was so eloquent and he knew history, and so you couldn't knock him. He was hip-hop before hip-hop began. He became the voice for people. That's how I look at it. And he was revolutionary, man.
For Black Power revolutionary Malcolm X, the fight for civil rights was all about pride and responsibility.
And Malcolm's message was about us being who we should be.
If the government doesn't want us to pick up a rifle, then defend us. Go find out who bombed the church in Birmingham, Alabama. And if they can't find out,
I'ma find out.
If they can't find out, then let us go find out.
Malcolm X
You was hanging and lynching us.
Of how even in if you're so strong in your beliefs that you can change. And Malcolm was totally anti-white. So he went to Mecca and he saw white Muslims and he was like, wait a minute, maybe it's not a black-white thing.
It ain't a black and white thing. It's the right thing.
All people.
I can best help spread the solution and the diagnosis that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gives of the so-called Negro problem in this country by continuing to remain out of the Nation of Islam and working on my own without restriction in the way that I think I best know how.
He split for the Nation of Islam because he took ownership at that point, Malcolm, for his own life and in a sense for his own death, because he knew he probably wouldn't live long after, you know, saying some of the things he was saying.
Malcolm X became
Man, that's what my family's scared of. They think I'm gonna end up like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King.
His legacy.
But you know what? To be a man in this world, you gotta be willing to die for something. And I die for my kids and my family and my beliefs.
Was killed, I just started crying because I had actually embraced Malcolm in my mind as my father figure at that point, because I didn't grow up with a father. And I remember saying to myself, man, if I had a father, I wish he was like Malcolm X, you know, because I didn't know a black man like that could exist.
Black men like this do exist.
Children, and before leaving jail and coming to Baltimore, it looked as if they might have to get along without their dad.
I tried to avoid conflict. I was sort of a different kind of hustler. I was a finesse type hustler. I'd mark my losses off because I didn't pay taxes. So therefore I didn't have a lot of confrontation.
For to Shorty's story, a young man who has gone down twice and insists he will not be a three-time loser. Harlow continues in less than an hour at 6 o'clock. Hi, and this is a very interesting story.
Okay, Rich, can't wait to see it.
Okay, thanks.
He wasn't famous, he was just an ordinary...
Barbecue ribs.
Big Kai, we're showing you the story tonight because drug dealers, many of whom end up in prison or in the morgue, can find another way, an honest way if they so desire. Tonight we take you to West Jaffa Road in the parking lot at Windy Valley.
I've been to the penitentiary twice for Class X felonies. I'm not trying to be a 3-time loser, so this is my last chance at doing right. I'm trying to take advantage of it.
And is Dwayne Shorty Davis making it big? Shorty's Pit Beef Rib Shack is an extremely popular stop for lunch, all made possible with the help of Windy Valley owner Buddy Feldman, who saw in Shorty someone special. What a difference from his days in Chicago.
I sold drugs, I hustled, anything that came along the way. Well, I never robbed anybody, I never stole anything from anybody. Never killed anybody. Other than that, I'm still alive and God's blessing.
Among Shorty's blessings, his wife Margaret, and 6 very bright children, ranging in age from 8 to 20. Sierra, who's 9, and Gerald, 13, work for their dad.
He's a nice dad. He works hard. He works a long time. He spends a lot of time with us. He works with us. He teaches us how to make money and save money.
He's a good father. He's taking care of all his kids. And he's become very successful with his business. And I'm proud that I'm working for him.
You always hear about black males in America, not just Baltimore, but all across America. The only thing we're doing is dropping out of school and filling up the penitentiaries. Somebody got to make a change there.
And why did you decide to be one of those?
Because my kids, I got 6 kids. Who's going to take care of my kids if I'm locked up? Who's going to be a father to my child?
He's very nice. He's kind. He doesn't, like, when he tells you things, he's just trying to tell you what is right and not to do wrong.
I've met a lot of people that, if it wouldn't have been for the fact that I tell them about my background, they wouldn't know anything about me. And they have no problem with me. They don't judge me on my past, they judge me on my present, and they look at how bright my future can be.
Shorty got his GED in prison and earned college credits in marketing, business administration, and communications. Kai?
All right, Rich, well, he's got one successful pit beef stand. Is this going to be the only one, or what?
No way, Kai. He hopes to eventually open another Shorty's, along with a 5-stall automatic car wash up in Owings Mills. Tomorrow night at 6, mothers supporting daughters with breast cancer. For now, it's back to Denise.